Because that was one thing I was telling her, is that I had come up with something that is a way of giving you guys something to do, because that's always a problem with a gladiator match when there's one guy and the rest of the party's up in the crowd. It's like, what do you do with the rest of the party? You know, they can bet on it, they can maybe do some thievery or something, but this gives you guys something to do too. Okay, so you guys are there, down in the, not the West Texas town of El Paso. You're down underneath. Yeah, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. You are down in the catacombs there. There's that pillar that's I don't know, 50 feet from you. It's got a pale gray light cast upon it. You can hear the whispering drone of chanting.
I want to kill the rat men.
Yeah.
That are stunned.
You want to go find them?
No, they're stunned in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Let's kill them bad boys.
Okay. So you're going to get down there and do what? Cut their throat?
I'm going to stab them with gouge.
Okay.
I'm going to poison dart.
Okay. They're not resisting, so you guys finish them off. I'll give each of you half on that.
I'm going to cast... You didn't get hurt, did you?
Mm-mm.
I got hurt, so I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on myself before we get into any more combat. And I'm going to roll poorly and probably get a 1. No, I did a 3, so I am at 13 hit points now.
And I want to pick up all 4 darts that I've used, the 2 that missed, and
I'm just saying.
2 that I just used.
Okay. All right. There were 4 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I give them a 50-50 chance of surviving. Actually, no, I'll give them better than a 50 because they're darts. They're not like arrows. They don't have enough weight to break themselves, really. A 75% chance of surviving each. Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. Ooh, that one's not. That one hit 100, so that one broke itself. So 3 of the 4 are good. Yeah, one of them I rolled 100 on. It wasn't on the D100, it was on this little double 10, but it was level 0, baby. So you're up to... Yeah, I had to write a little note where he healed himself, so I could give him XP for that, for healing himself. And I gotta write down a little note for him here. DJ. Okay. All right. So you guys have finished them off.
Now I want to go look at the shiny.
Okay. Now, like I said, it's because of shadows. The carven runes that are all over it are in high relief, you know, because of the shadow and the angle of the angle of the light. But as you get closer, your eyes are drawn to parts that you have already seen before, you know, between the piece of paper that you found and what you found on the down in the catacombs with the where they've got the funerary urns and all that kind of stuff. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go back to him for a round. All right. So there is now one of them that has just turned itself over and is going to be able to round 2. Yeah, just turned itself over and is gonna be able to attack towards the end of this round. And there's another one of them, and your guy is passed out on the ground. Your boy.
All right. I'm going to. This is my 2 attack round.
This is your 2 attack round.
All right. I'll go at it with the caracol again.
All right. Tagging with the caracol.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me initiative. Not going to help you out much. Okay, 8. Let me make sure he's not coming back to you anytime soon. Save throw stroke. Okay, yeah, it's going to be a minute. And we got reverse their other ones. Okay. So the one that actually tried to bite your buddy the first time tries to bite you this time. Okay, so all right, he misses with it. It's like he tries to get close enough, and the innermost jaws miss. Oh, but the next 2 sets of jaws hit. So it's like he's not quite close enough when he clamps all of them closed for the innermost jaw to hit, but the next 2 hit. And you take 7 points of damage. Hi, this is Moneymaker, your dastardly DM. I just wanted to take a moment to check in and make sure you were enjoying the show so far. If so, please let us know by clicking the like button and the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and leave us a comment below letting us know your favorite parts. As I'm sure you've already noticed, we had some technical issues, a few problems with the green screens, but mainly mic issues. We think we have it figured out now. Hopefully by the second half of Season 1's recording time, we should have the new mics to clear that up. If you'd like to support our endeavor and allow us to give you a higher quality product, the easiest way to do that is to go to my Subscribe Star page and subscribe. You can find the link in the video description below. There's all manner of gaming stuff there outside of the show, but you can also find things such as NPCs and monster art that I've used, and character sheets for all those NPCs, and for the player characters that you love so much from the game. Alright, I think it's time to get back to the show. Hope you have a great day. The second most just kind of they just barely, give you like half-inch deep wounds, and they're not even completely in your skin, but the outermost jaws stick in and dig in 3 or 4 inches. So I said 7, right? So that brings you down to 21. All right. And his buddy is able to flip back over, and he is going to try to paralyze you with his thing. He goes, oh, that'll be all I've been wanted. All right, and he's needing that. He flips over again. He is unable. This one just seems to be he's discombobulated. So he flips over again.
Apparently he shocked himself when he shocked your buddy.
Yeah. He rolled 2 1s right in a row.
What?
Okay. One right after
turn,
that.
I guess,
Yep, your turn. Go
right,
for it.
2 attacks. A 19 and 12.
A 19 and a 12 will both. Let me double check before I say it, because where are you at? Right there. Yeah, 19 and 12 will both hit.
These considered large, or
They are.
Okay.
They're huge.
Man, they should have attacked with the wrist razors. They're a little better. Well, large. Oh well.
Next round, huh?
Yep. All Alright, that means I gotta go to D4. Four? Two. Okay, so 2 and 1. So
You are-
5.
Yeah, you're going to be quite strong though, aren't
Yeah,
you?
plus 8 on both swings.
So, 16, 21. All right. So,
There's another bonus. Is there a bonus for specialized?
you're specialized in them, so
Yeah.
that's +1 again to each one of those. So, 23.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hack into that thing, hack hard at like the side of its head, and almost make it through the other side. Its head's just kind of hanging on by a thread, and it's still alive, and it's doing its legs are all pulling in, and it's working its jaws and its antenna back and forth. It's still alive, but barely, and it doesn't look like it's going to be doing any fighting back.
Nice.
And that is Gregoris. All right. So now let us go back to you all. So, did you said you guys walked over and stopped? Okay.
Well, I did. I don't know if he followed.
You did. Did you follow her over there?
Sure.
He's like, nope. I'm standing back here by myself.
I am guarding the gate.
Okay, when you get there, you see that the side facing you does have in common written that more of that the poem of the Saffron Sovereign. When you get up to it and you read it, can you both read? I don't remember. I know
I've
you
got
can read.
reading.
You can read. Okay, when you read it, you see it says, wailing like wailing, that the siren shall sing, where flutters the folds of the king. We must fade unseen in dim Narvosi. Not gonna write it down.
I can't write that fast.
Yeah. I can
Okay,
read.
I will go slower for you. Let me read it over once, and then
Okay.
so that it's not just like 2 words at a time.
Okay.
I'll read the second stanza too. The call of my core, my will is dead. Die thou uncalling, as tears unshed will shrivel and die in lost Narvosi. Okay, now back to the beginning. Wailing that the siren shall sing. You ready?
Yep.
Where flutter the folds of the king. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Must fade unseen in dim Narvosi. And then another little paragraph starts. The call of my core. My will is dead. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Die thou uncalled. As tears unshed. Will shrivel and die in lost Narvosi. Keep watching after the credits to find out how to win this chainmail dice bag. Dice not included. Oh, and if you're enjoying this episode, let us know by hitting the like button. Now back to the show. And carved all over around that and all around it, you see that this pillar is not completely straight. It has a little undulation to it, and it is covered with the exception of the one section that is written on, which is kind of a wide section. In these, they look like what's a good way? Kind of like piping or half round, where it's just corrugations like that. They go all the way around it, basically horizontally, just a few hundred of them all the way up, and then there's a one wide spot, but it still has kind of a curved edge at either end, and that's where the carving is that has that. And at the top it comes to a point, or not a point, but it's rounded at the top. So, all right, now back to round 3. Gregoris and his match. Okay, so what do you want to do this round? You have one of them that you've nearly lopped its head off and it's just sitting there kind of twitching. Your buddy is laying on the ground kind of twitching, and the other one of them is just getting up from slipping a second time.
Alright. I want to drop the caracol.
Alright.
And jump and attack the other one with the wrist razors.
Okay. And this is your one attack round, so alright. Wrist razors on the healthy one.
Right.
Okay. Roll your initiative. Alright. Yeah, you've not been doing great on your initiative, have you? Alright. Let's see. It's already tried that, so it's going to bite. And that is cocked as hell. There we go. Its innermost jaws miss. Its second jaws miss. But it hits with the largest jaws, doing 6 points of damage to you, bringing you down to 15 hit points.
Okay.
So it gets a hold of your thigh with those biggest jaws. It just missed. It's one of those that if it times it just right, it does kind of a quick snake strike, and if it times it just right, it's almost got the innermost part of its mouth right against your skin, and all 3 sets will clamp down. But since you moved just a little bit, you moved out of the way of the first 2, and it's just the last one that got you. Okay, go ahead and attack with your wrist razors.
Get him.
Remembering this is
13.
13 will hit.
Alright.
Well, all right. You rake those down its back, breaking some of its chitinous plates, the parallel ones that run down it, and a dark brown ichor kind of oozes to the surface and hardens a little bit, but it still kind of looks like puffy Gorilla Glue or something. But it is still in the fight. You said 12, right? Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and do one more round with him since we were on you guys for quite a while because of the having to do the poem thing. Okay, so go round 4. What do you want to do this next round?
I'll take both my attacks at it.
With the wrist razor?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you're just going to stab twice with the wrist razor, and it's going to try to bite you again, so go ahead and roll initiative.
Yes. Two.
Hey, you beat it. Okay, go ahead.
Kill.
First attack. 3.
All right, that's a miss.
Then a 1.
Okay, so you swing low, and then you're so frustrated with yourself that you swing super hard and spin around like you've missed swinging at a baseball, and your feet get tangled and you fall on your ass. So you're going to basically spend the entire next round picking yourself up, unless you want to fight off your back. He goes, it works for some MMA fighters.
It does. I don't want to kick somebody. I hate that. I hate watching.
Or they're
Yeah, I
just
get into
doing
the
this.
games and the rules. Yeah, we're sitting there like, I understand. It's a defensive thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like you said, it's game in the system.
Yeah.
So I can do this from here, so I will. Yeah, okay. So I guess I will go back to you guys now real quick. Do you want to do anything? You don't, there's, like I said, that seems to be all of the text that's on this thing. Each one of you give me a wisdom.
4. I made my wisdom check.
Major wisdom.
I failed it with flying colors.
Okay, well that's okay. One of you made it. You hear the noise of what sounds like many shambling feet, and the groaning of quite a few voices, kind of coming off from deeper in the shadows beyond the. It doesn't sound like it's super close, but it sounds like it's coming from the direction you haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I don't think I want to go down there.
Okay.
So I'll tell Dottie, hey, I hear something coming down there. Are they undead? Does it sound like
They sound like they might be. I mean,
I think I hear some undead from down there,
'Cause-
and I kind of want to get out of here. I don't know what you think about that.
it's definitely doesn't sound like the
They
high-pitched
don't sell
squeals.
healthy.
Doesn't sound like the excited high-pitched squeals of the rat men, or like the, even if you can understand a language,
Yeah.
if it's a person speaking a language, it's got a certain cadence to it. It doesn't sound like that either. So this is more just kind of.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and try and
Why
get
don't
back
we
up.
leave?
She's like, I'm going to try an experiment. Hang
I
on.
thought about casting invisibility to undead on myself and just walking down there, but we're not going to do that.
Hey, this seems like a good place to stop and tell you about the Slow Children at Play live show. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll live stream to all you fans. By the way, for anyone outside the U.S. who isn't sure what 7 p.m. Eastern Time equates to in your local time zone, we are in the same time zone as New York City, Washington, D.C., and Miami, Florida. In the live show, the Slow Children at Play will discuss the latest episode, answer questions from the comment section, and interact with the live chat. We will also announce the winners of contests, as well as any campaign-related news. On the subject of contests, be sure to pay attention so you'll be able to answer the question after the closing credits. I guess that about covers the live show. I look forward to hearing from you there. Now back to the action.
We're going to get out of here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm going to go down.
Are you positive?
Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to agree with him on that?
Sure.
Okay, so you guys are going to back out and climb out of the
Yes.
the thing and get back into the tunnel?
Yep. And
All
we're
right.
going to make sure that it's locked, it's secure. We're going to see if there's anything we
We're
can
gonna,
do
we're gonna
to...
pile the other dead rats up there on top of the grate.
Yeah, you do. There is at least one dead rat up there
Yeah.
that you can do that. The one that you hit with the thing. So you're gonna pile him on it to give it some weight, because he isn't tiny. He's like about a 5 foot tall. So he probably weighs close to 100 pounds. So it'd be enough that it would make opening that grate when they're already kind of having to climb to get to it harder. So okay, you're gonna do that, and then
Most deaf.
from there, are you going to watch the grate, or are you just going to go back in towards where you came in from?
So we're gonna go ahead and
Go back to the
go
Ludus.
back to the, yeah.
Okay, so you go back to the Ludus. Okay, now back to you. back to Gregoris in the arena. All right.
Round 5.
So, when you're laying on the arena floor, you are actually kind of surprised how cool the white marble is, even in the sun. It's refreshingly cool until you roll over onto one of those black veins, and it's like, shit. But so you're gonna basically try to get yourself up, right?
Alright.
Okay. Well, it's going to try to bite you while you're down. So there's no reason to roll initiative. So since it's the only one attacking, it misses. It misses all 3 of them. Roll a.
Yeah.
Somebody is.
This
Roll
is the
a
retarded tracker.
Roll a 7, roll a 7, a 3, and a 5. So it misses. All right, now you're back up on your feet.
All right.
You're just gonna take the attack to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Round 6.
With the same thing, right? This is 2 attack round because you used your 1 attack round to stand up. All right. So go ahead and roll initiative.
6.
All right. You go ahead.
Alright. 13. And a 5.
The 13 will hit. The 5 misses.
Okay.
17 points of damage. All right, you kill it a lot. Do you want to describe it? I mean, you overkilled by about 5 points there. You want to describe it, or you want to let me?
Go for it.
All
Let me
right.
know what I did.
Well, you swipe at it with the 1, and it rears back like this, and its mandibles are like, and you just kind of come up with an uppercut under its head and just impale all 3 of all the way up to your knuckles, all 3 of the blades, the 6-inch blades, into its head, and when you do, it quits doing this, and it's just like, and it leans back, and its whole body starts to roll up into a ball, and its legs pull in. So, and the crowd instantly, once they see that and they see that you've defeated it, roar loudly, and you're getting like, there's no fruit on them, but like little short sprigs of olive branch are being thrown down at you, and and there's not so attractive women pulling up their shirts
There
at
you
you.
go. I'll take what I can get right now. From
He's
the
like,
slave.
hey, boobies. And there's just the crowd seems very pleased with you. And the announcer, he's like, all right, excellent show. They've done a great job.
Thanks.
Well, his other buddy took a little of the heat off of him for the first
You
round.
did great. You took that much. You took it all. You're good.
Did the dwarf even survive?
He is still alive, but he is. The guard at the gate, he's like, drag your partner over here.
I'll pick him up, throw him on my shoulder.
Okay.
Carry him
All right. You get him off of the arena floor and back in, and one of the Templars comes up to him while he's still on your back, and he looks at him, and he looks at the welt that's on his shoulder where the antenna touched him. He kind of takes his eye and he does that, and looks in both his eyes. Like, he'll be okay in a few minutes. Because it'll take a few days before that goes away, but he'll be all right.
Good.
Because I'm sure he gets worse every day in practice than that.
We got a match later, so hopefully it won't phase you too much.
He's like, good luck with that. All right. So that is done. Do you guys want to just hang out at the end of the tunnel, or do you want to go around and go into the stands, or what? You do hear a loud roar from the crowd that echoes all the way down the tunnel and all the way up into there, and one of the guards is like, "Oh, it sounds like either your friend did very poorly, or he did very well."
We're back at the Ludus, aren't we?
Yes.
We're just gonna wait on him there.
Okay. All right. Well, they once you're done, one of the Templars asks, "Did your master provide healing for you?"
Yeah, we have the clerics that came with us.
He says, "Very well. Go back to the Ludus until it's time for your next match." And he's looking down at his tablet.
Okay.
He says, "They'll send you down when it's time."
I'll head back. Watch out for the hole.
All right. Yeah, and when you go down, you notice that there is a large rat-man-looking thing laying over that grate.
Okay. I guess the guard never saw anything other than the rat man. Never saw them.
Yeah, by the time he got down there. Yeah, he's like, I got down there, and there was a dead rat man laying there with 2 holes in his chest. He goes, and I got down on my hands to look at him, and I got up, and my hands were all dirty and covered in black dirt, and my knees were. He says, but he goes, I don't know. I guess those people walked on. They must have made it to the other end before he sent you on down.
Good.
Okay, so and then you go on down and you see that the dead rat man thing is laying over the grate.
Okay, we'll shuffle by it.
Don't go down the grade.
Whoop. Do the Zoidberg shovel. All right. So you guys see him coming up out of the darkened tunnel and into the large open area that is at the mouth of that tunnel. So you guys can now see each other and
Yay,
exchange words.
Glad you're not dead. Why didn't you help us?
Oh, and he
Have to
comes
do
up.
what?
He also has his dwarf friend with him.
What happened? I heard you shouting for me, but the guards wouldn't let me come.
We got attacked.
Yeah, there were a bunch of rat people.
Well, I saw the carcass laying on the grate.
Well, that was just one. They managed to drag us underneath the grate. It was not great.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you made it out. What was down there? I mean,
More of the coin
really.
and potentially some undead. We didn't hang around.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the dreams and the poem. Weird. The more of the poem, what does it say?
Stuff.
And we read the poem to him
There you go.
Yeah, that's fine. I
and share it with him.
I want it word for word. I want to hear this.
You guys read the whole thing
Yeah,
out.
he
in
can't
one piece.
read.
I know.
Okay, let's take a time out for just a second so I can ask you for a little bit of help. Don't worry, this one won't cost you a dime. All I need is for you to comment the name of your favorite character and let us know why. Please just keep it positive. I'm sure all our players would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks again. Now let's get back to the show.
I keep losing your partner's name, and I know it's
I
like
wrote it down here
embarrassment,
earlier.
but it's not.
Embarrass or embarrass?
Embarrass. There you go.
Instead of being embarrassed, he's
Yeah,
embarrassed.
embarrass. Yes. All right, but yeah, embarrass
That's
is
what my
when-
mama would have said. He's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed. All right, yeah. So embarrass is with him, and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Wouldn't you know?" He goes, "Man, you gotta let me get the first hit in on that guy. Let me go first this time." He goes, "I gotta make it up. Gotta make it up to you."
All right.
This was embarrassing. What happened out there?
Well, you didn't die.
No.
He
You
goes,
took,
"No."
you took that antenna like a man. Short man, but you did well.
He's like, oh. He's like, I've got to make up for it in this. He goes, he says, they told me a little bit about this guy. Not much. Said, they got him from from Rain, I think. It's where he's been shipped in from. So we don't know, none of the people I've talked to here know much about him other than that he's been at it for a few years, so he's got to be pretty good. And his name is Brose. Brose. Yes, Brose. It was beyond that. I don't know really anything about him. But that's what the trainer told me that he had heard.
Okay. Don't know man, bull. You haven't heard any of that? By chance?
He says, I think he's a human. I believe it's what they said was that he's a human. He goes, so we'll be able to take advantage of his fragile bones. Crack them and break them. Because we'll use what we have to our advantage. Just sheer strength. We'll hit him hard. Hit him fast. Hit him from multiple sides.
You get the back.
Yes, that's the way I like it.
I guess we should go get healed up first. We're not going to be much. Because I've taken quite a bit.
He says, I believe I'll be okay. He goes, this just is kind of superficial, I think, just kind of a red mark. That's all it's going to leave with me. It stings, but he goes, I don't think it's any serious damage.
Alright, well, I'm going to go get healed and I'll slap him on the stinging side. Be like, I'll see you in a little while.
He's like, son of a whore.
Pee on.
Huh?
Pee on.
I ain't going to pee on him.
It'll make the stinging go away.
He can go pay for that. So.
Yeah. Alright, so you're going to go get healing from somebody?
Ladies of the evening that will
I'll
accomplish
go
that
see
for
him
him.
real quick.
Okay. Which one? That one?
Well, if he's standing there, I'll take some healing from him.
I already
he's
used
willing
my
to give it.
healing spell. for
Okay.
the
Okay.
day.
Okay, so he's good. Okay, so you're gonna one of the two that came with you to make sure you were there. All right. They give you a cursory inspection of your wounds. Yeah, you're almost half down, aren't you? Okay. So, beg your pardon. They.
Down to 15, I think.
Down to 15 out of 28. The one then takes out a kind of weirdly woven rope that's very thin, and a piece of flint and steel, and sparks it and starts it, and it starts like burning like a fuse, just. And he takes that and blows on it, and the smoke comes out and blows on it, and then he takes it and puts it out in his hands and rubs it, and then puts his hands on you, and he invokes the lords of the flaming pit. He says, by all that is good in the flaming pit, all that is light, pour your healing warmth into this man and heal his wounds. And he puts his hands on you, and they are uncomfortably hot. They're like kind of like sitting on a leather seat in short shorts in the middle of the summer. Not enough to actually do any damage, but enough that you don't want to touch it. And where are my D8s? Should have had a D8. And he heals 12 points of damage from you, getting you back up to 27. So now all you've got is a scab about this long on a pink scar about this long from one of the bites, and healed pretty much everything else up.
Cool.
So I walk over and see that scab. I say, I bet that hurts.
Rip it right off.
Oh, jeez.
Now you're down to 26. 27.
lost some hit points.
No, I don't think peeling a scab off would be enough for 1 hit point, unless you only had like 4. All right.
Right.
So, is there anything while he fights his second fight that you all want to do? Anything special? You want to try to make sense of anything? You want to dance a jig? You want to, I don't know. You don't have to do anything. You can just watch him. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to do something that we could go back and forth on if you wanted to.
I think I want to just be as low key as possible.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's going to get her one of those helmets that's
Low key.
Low key, yeah.
Okay, it's time for a little break. Thank you for watching. And to thank you for getting this far into the video, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We're running a Superfan Appreciation Contest. Well, actually, it's 2 contests in one. We will be doing a weekly giveaway where you can win a game token of one of the monsters, NPCs, or PCs from Shadows of Balic. In this first contest, each week we'll be giving away a different token. These tokens will be in electronic file format, both PDF and PNG, so you can use them on your home tabletop or in a virtual one. To be eligible for the weekly contest, you just need an email to receive your prize, to be a subscriber of the Slow Children at Play channel, and to comment the correct answer to this week's contest question before the premiere of next week's episode of Shadows of Balic. The winner will be chosen at random from all the correct answers on the Slow Children at Play live stream the week following the episode's premiere. Here's an example of how that'll work. If an episode premiered on, say, Wednesday the 5th of March 2025, the winner for that episode would be chosen from the correct answers posted by 11:59 and 59 seconds on the 13th the week after. The winner would then be announced on the 14th on the Friday night Slow Children at Play live stream. Then the winner will be given on-screen instructions on how to claim their prize. If the winner does not contact us by the time of the premiere of the following episode of Shadows of Balic, they forfeit their prize and it is added to the next week's contest prizes. The second contest will start at the time of the premiere of the first episode of Shadows of Balic Season 1 and last until the Slow Children at Play live stream following the last week of the first season. The prize for the Season 1 contest is this awesome chainmail dice bag. The dice bag was handmade by me using golden aluminum rings. It can hold around 40 standard-sized dice. That's just shy of 7 complete sets. The dice shown here are not included as part of the prize and are only shown for scale. Unlike the first contest, you must live in the United States of America to be eligible for the second contest. The reason for this is it is a physical item and international shipping is cost prohibitive. Aside from geographic eligibility considerations, to participate in the second season-long contest, you must be a subscriber of the Slow Children at Play channel and correctly answer the weekly questions for each week of Season 1 of Shadows of Balic prior to the end of the contest. I'm looking forward to sending out your prizes. Good luck. Oh, one last bit of legal business that I have to cover. First of all the contests and all their prizes are solely the promotion and responsibility of the operators of the Slow Children at Play channel. They are not sponsored by or associated with any entity, platform, such as but not limited to YouTube, Rumble, or Spotify, or corporation. Secondly, the rules for both of these contests can be found in the video description below. There you will also find a link to an off-site document that contains the same rules for your convenience. Alright, now that we have all the rules straight, I believe it's time to get to this week's question. Are you ready? Just remember you have to answer in the comments section below. and only correct answers count. Good luck! Alright, let's see if you were paying attention today. The contest question for this episode is, in this episode, how many hit points of damage does Gregoris do in his killing blow on the second Cyclops? Okay, that wasn't so tough, was it? If you don't know the answer off the top of your head, it should be a simple matter to go find it. Remember to catch next week's Slow Children at Play live stream to find out if you won. Good luck. Oh, one last thing. To go directly to the next video, just click here. And if you'd like to go to the playlist for this season, click down here. You have a great day. Bye-bye.